Okay, if you didn't get a chance to make your hoop glider on Friday, here's the materials you're gonna need. You're gonna need 2 3x5 index cards, some Scotch tape, a plastic straw, preferably not a bendy straw, although if you have a bendy straw it will work. You can get these McDonald's anywhere that you go has a straw, a pair of scissors. And so what we're going to build is a vehicle of flight that has the straw as our axis. And in the front, there's gonna be a hoop made of index card. And in the back, there's gonna be another hoop that is twice the circumference as the hoop in the front. So in order to make this, we need some strips. This pen's not working. We need some strips of index card. So this is going to be, use this pen. One inch by 5 inches. And the good news is these 3x5 cards are already cut into 3x5. So we just need to cut this into a 1-inch strip. And then we're gonna need a strip that's double that. So this will be, again, 1 inch. But now this time, this is going to be 10 inches. So the easiest way to do that is just to make 2 of these and tape them together. So the good news is if we look on this, we know this is already 5 inches and each of these lines is 1/4 inch. So if you start right here, don't use the margin because it's a little bit thicker than the other lines, and go 1, 2, 3, 4. This distance right here is 1 inch. Because like we said, each of these is 1/4 inch, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2 right there. And then I can get the 1 extra one over here. I'll cut right there on this line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's cut these out. They're already pre-measured for you, which makes these even easier to make. You just gotta cut on the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's 2 strips. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Move my diagram. And now, we just need 1 more. You don't have to write the measurements on yours. It does look a little junky, but I just do it so I can remember which lines I need to cut on. Okay. So now, I see a little bit of tape to turn these into hoops. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of tape. The way I always do this is I'll put a little tape here because I want to tape it on both sides where it comes together. I don't want to have any overlap. I just want to join them together. Right there. Give it a little press. So now it's taped on the inside. I'm going to tape it on the outside. And this part's a little weird because you kind of have to massage it into a hoop. That's why we use the index cards, because they're a little more bendable and they'll hold their shape better than just like regular paper. Doesn't need to be a perfect circle because when we attach it to the straw, that tape will give it a little bit more structure as well. We just want to make sure that it's reasonably in hoop form. So there's our small hoop. Now to make our large hoop, we're just going to tape 2 of these together. Again, same thing, tape them on both sides. Match them up. Oops. A little bit of tape. This side. Again, you only want to use a small amount of tape because as this is going to be a flying glider, increased tape will increase mass. We want to try to keep the mass the same as much as we can. So now again, sticky sides down. Put a little tape right here so I can open this one up. Tape it on the inside, no overlap, just lining it right up. This one's, there it is right there. And just a little bit of tape on the outside. Nice, gotta massage the paper so it knows that it needs to be into a circle. There we go. Like I said, when we attach it to the straw, that's when we'll really make sure that it is in its circle form. And so that's our next step, is attaching the hoops to the straw. There's two ways you could do this. One I find is a little bit better for structure. You could tape the straw to the inside, then the tape actually pulls the straw and almost to an oval. But if we tape it on the outside, that tape will give the hoop a little bit more structure. And this gets a little tricky because you do have to line up both hoops. Now I always go straight to the back of the straw. Place your tape. Now I'm gonna go right at the joint, right where the two pieces join together. That's where I'm gonna put my straw. And the good news is you got a little bit of flexibility in play with the straw and the tape, so you can reposition it a little bit as you need it. So that looks pretty good. Again, we don't need a perfect circle. Just keep reshaping your hoop. Now for the final step, got to attach the small hoop. And again, we want these to be as lined up as we can. We don't want this where the front hoop's all wonky. So I'm gonna put my tape on. My tape on the end of my straw. Line it up as best I can. Like I said, there's a little bit of play where you can reposition it, because that one did not go on very good. There we go. There you have it. A hoop glider made from 2 index cards, plastic straw, and some tape.